Hi, and welcome to Learning with Lillis. In today's video, we're going to take a look at creating a website using Google Sites. So this is something you could do maybe to make a curriculum website for your students to use. Maybe it's more information for parents, or maybe you want your students to use it to create student portfolios. Regardless, it's really easy. So let's get right into it where I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so now that we're on the computer, there's a couple of different ways we can start a new Google site. So if you're in Gmail, for instance, you can go over to the Google Apps waffle here and choose Sites. You could also just go up to the Google Omni box up here, the search box, the URL box, and just type sites.google.com. Or if you're in Google Drive, you can go to New. If you're in Google Drive here, New, More, and Google Sites. Okay, so click that, so it's going to the Google Sites. It saves the site under your main Google Drive as well, so you can move that to where you want to organize it later if you want. So right away, I have this, your page title and enter site name. So for now, I'm just going to call it Grade 1 Site. And once I click that, it'll change it over here too. So this is the document name, so maybe I want to change that and I could make that different here. That's fine for now. And I'm just going to call this Grade 1. So this could be for any grade, anything you're doing, any specialist subject, whatever you want. Or again, if you're showing your students how to do this so they can create portfolios, that's okay too. So this is your main landing page, the home page, if you will. So over on the side here, the right-hand side, there's Insert, Pages, and Themes. So I'm going to start with themes just to show you. There's not many options here. There's Simple, Aristotle, Diplomat, Vision, Level, and Impression. So really, they just kind of give you some simple text choices and colors. Really, it's just kind of fonts. There's not much you can change. There's modern and classic. So that's really all there is to it. Like green, pink, blue, whatever you want to do here. So let's start with that, or maybe here, let's just go with this impression one in this gray color. So that's the basics of it. You don't have a whole lot of choice here. So I can change this background image. If I click on change image, I can upload. So meaning I've got a file on my computer I want to put, maybe it's a class photo or something, that would work. I don't have anything like that, so I'm going to say select image. Default, it goes here to the gallery, so they've already included a bunch of kind of neat looking images for you, and even just some sort of wallpapers that are cool looking. So for now, let's just pick these lights and go select. Okay, my other choice here is changing the header type. So there's cover, so it's just a huge picture. Large banner, so just a really wide banner at the top. A more narrow banner, or just the title only. So because this is the main welcome page, I'm going to choose the large banner for now. So that looks good. If I go back over to the right and go over to Insert, here's maybe where I just want to click on text box, and maybe I'm just going to say, welcome to our Grade 1 online learning page. Here you will find information and activities. something like that. So here's where we're going to put all of the work that we're doing while we're doing things online. So that's good enough for now, I think. What I want to show you next is pages. So here's where you can set up different pages. Maybe you want to set it up based on your UOI. Maybe you want to do it by subject, maths, literacy, specialist classes, whatever. So here's where you'd create new pages. So I'm going to go down to the bottom to the plus sign here. That's going to turn into a page. And I'm going to say new page. And I'm going to say literacy. Just like that, it copied the same header, the image and the header type. This time maybe I'll just say banner. I don't want it to be as wide as the other one. And I'm going to change the picture. So if I go click off that, go onto the image again, change image, and I'm going to select a different image because I want it to be about the subject. So again, I can go to gallery, I can go to an actual URL that has a photo, I can do a Google search, my albums, or images on Google Drive. So this is like, I don't have really anything here for that, so I'm gonna say search. The great thing about searching here is, as it says, it's only gonna give us results that are labeled for commercial reuse with modification. So you don't actually have to source any of these. You don't have to cite them and say where you got them or anything. You can just use them. So I'm going to say books and do a search for that. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay, good enough for now. Again, you can play around. You can spend a lot of time kind of cleaning this up, playing around with it, making it your own. But that's great for now. So again, if I go back to insert, here's where I can put, again, all those things on it. So they even give some ideas for layouts. Maybe I want to put this one here. So that shows a picture and like a title and then some text. So maybe I want to introduce the first thing we're doing in our literacy unit. So I could put a picture there, give it a title, and start talking about it here. I won't really write anything for now, but I will show you. So if I want to put, a Google Doc that I created with their instructions, I can just click on Drive, and that takes me right into my Google Drive. So I have everything here sorted. So I've got the shared one, the older shared one with the school. I've got Miss Andrea's stuff, my stuff from Google Classroom or Pear Deck. So I'm just going to go into my documents and just find kind of any random document I could put on this page. Lots of folders and things sorted that way. But let's just put, oh yes, I had made this. So let's do this form, children's book emojis. So here we go. I had made this for the grade 6s. So here, can you guess this? Book 1, green square, a couple frying pans with eggs, and a pig. Yes, green eggs and ham. So I can click on this and I can resize it. So the entire form is there right now. I could make that wider or I can make it shorter, and maybe I just want to see the top of it. So I can scroll this up, make it smaller. It's taking a little while just because it's so long. So there, see, maybe I only want you to be able to really see like the first question here and then have it actually open it. So there it is. Also, when I clicked on it and then when I was changing that, if I move the signs, see, you get these nice grid lines. So I can say, oh yeah, I want this to be half a page because I want another page to go beside it. So I'm going to click on Drive again, and maybe I've got like a document with the instructions or something of how to do it, if they need something like that to go with it. There, here. We'll just throw this in for now. Just to information about Google Certified Educator Training. And if I make that smaller, see it goes there, or now I can pick it up and move it up here beside. Again, I can click on it and show the same size. So I want it to be the exact same size as the other form. So then here, you also have these sort of horizontal blocks. So I can actually make a background for that. So there, so I can have things kind of stand out. So that first block is white, and then this next block's gray, and I could have the next one be another color. Or if I like that, I want another one, I can duplicate that section even. And just delete that, right? It's that easy to go along and build whatever you need. So down here, there's some other options too, like a placeholder, dividers, buttons, YouTube videos that you could have play right on your page, calendar, maps, create anything in there. So there's lots of options there. Let's just quickly show you, to finish off, how to make another page or how to make a nested page. So I'm going to make a new page, call it mathematics. So now I've got another page. Again, it copied the same header from literacy, change the name. So I'm going to again say change the image, select an image. I'm going to do a search for math. Here, this beautiful one. So that looks good enough for now. What I can also do, instead of just making pages, when I go over here, and as soon as I bring the cursor up onto mathematics, I get these 3 dots. So here's where I can change. I could duplicate a page, check the properties, but the one thing I want to show you here is adding a subpage. So this will nest underneath math. So when you scroll on to maths at the top, it'll be underneath it. So maybe I'm going to call this, extra work. So it's not everything they have to do, but some extra things they can do there. So see how that one's got an arrow now, and it's nested underneath. And up here, you go maths, and it's underneath. So I could do that for any of them. I can also just click on it and move it. Now it's not nested. See, now it becomes its own page here, extra work. Or I want it to be nested under literacy, I could just put it and hold it on literacy. Or again, pick it up, hold it on maths. So that's how easy it is to just rearrange your pages. So if you don't like the order they're in, just pick them up and move them. Maybe you want maths to show first. If you accidentally end up with literacy up here, and see how the picture of the house has changed, so now the home page is literacy. Again, you can easily just pick up homepage and move it to the top instead. So super easy. If you make a mistake or anything, you can just pick those up and move them around. The final thing then is just to add other collaborators. So if you have a co-teacher, someone else that's also teaching your grade level, or your educational assistants, and you want them to be able to add things, you just share with others. So here, I'll share it with this person. She likes it when I share things with her. So I can easily add Andrea, editor, or a published viewer. Doesn't make a lot of sense to add her as a published viewer because we're going to share it with lots of other people anyway. So I want her to be an editor so she can also make changes and add things to the site. I can put a message in here as well and just say send. So again, that's to have someone actually work on the page with you. Once you have enough, or once you want to share it with, students or parents or other faculty that you just want to see the page, up here you can go to publish, and this is where you can choose your web address. You don't have a lot of options, you just have the little bit at the end here. So it's going to be https://sites.google.com/ISU Mongolia. So it's going to be under our homepage. And then you can choose what it is at the end. So just, grade 1. So that's what the site will be called. So that's what you'll share with everyone, is basically that link right there. And right now, it's viewable to anyone with an ISU Mongolia address. that works for faculty, but that won't work for parents or anything. So you're going to click on Manage. And then here under links, again, we're not worried about the share with people and groups up here. Unless you want to add every single person's individual address, you can do that. Or you can say change under the link part. And then here, publish site. So restricted, again, that's an option. But then you have to add the people with the link. Or public, and you just share the link. Right? So again, if you're just putting out work that way, again, you're not sharing student images and things like that. It's just sort of a source for them to get the information. That's perfectly fine. Again, if you want to be more secure, restricted's fine. You just have to put in any any email address that you want to be able to open it. So you might, send some out and then maybe get some more information from people saying, oh, can you also add this address? So again, that's fine. That's just a bit more work to manage if you want to put everyone in and then only let people with restricted access. So they'd actually have to be logged in, then they can see it. I'm going to click Done. But here I'm just going to click Cancel because I don't actually want to share it yet because this is really just me showing you how to do it for the video. So that's all I'm going to show in this video. Again, I can do another video later on to show you a little more in depth what some of the things you can do here. But I think that's more than enough information to get you started building pages and getting your work out there so that students or parents can see it, or again, getting you to have students start working on their portfolios. Okay, so hopefully that gave you all the encouragement you needed to start trying to create a website yourself. You can do it. It's not that bad. If you do have any problems or any questions, you can always get in touch with me. So good luck and have fun.